The Education Collaboration, The Story of the Novice and the Veteran by Samantha Schuler.
In 2016, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development released worldwide education rankings in reading, math, and science. The U.S. was 40th in math and in reading and science ranked 24th and 25th, respectively. There are reformers who believe these disappointing scores are because of all the bad teachers that we have in the U.S. They are working tirelessly to put effective accountability measures in place to identify these teachers and fire them. But is that really the solution, or is it playing the blame game? Rather than blaming teachers and piling more requirements on top of an already overwhelmed workforce, perhaps we should look at ways to support them in educating our children. My focus here today is on two specific groups of these teachers. That is the veteran teacher and the novice teacher.
Egg crate isolation. Teachers spend most of their work time isolated in their individual classrooms that stifle both collaboration and leadership. Meet Sandy, a veteran teacher, 20 years as an educator. She's national board certified with a master's degree. She's an accomplished teacher leader. Meet Anne Marie, the novice teacher, with 4 years teaching experience, a bachelor's degree, and she manages the school webpage. Isolation versus experience.
You may think that Sandy's impressive resume would mean that she has it all together. You may expect that she would be on top of her game. Sandy expects that too, but she instead feels discouraged. She struggles with all the new technology and often feels that her expertise is overlooked in favor of new strategies and new faces. She fears that despite her plethora of instructional knowledge, she may no longer be relevant in her field. Her experience should be an asset, but combined with isolation from other educators, it is taking a toll on Sandy.
Professional isolation leads to a state of burnout and a feeling of extreme helplessness. Isolation versus enthusiasm.
Beginning teachers are supposed to be enthusiastically changing their students' worlds. You may not think that 4 years into teaching is enough time to make Anne Marie doubt the call that she once felt to influence the minds and hearts of young children. You may think that Anne Marie's graduation from an acclaimed university known for a high-quality teacher preparation program would have given her the skills needed to jump into her career head first and to begin making her mark on education. Anne Marie certainly thought so, but she is finding that no program could adequately prepare beginning teachers for the increasing demands that accompany and often overshadow the actual job of providing quality instruction to her students. Anne Marie feels isolated and lacking in support from other teachers and from her administrator. She cannot possibly do it all, so she begins to consider finding a new career. Her enthusiasm wanes as she finds it is no match for the isolation of the classroom teacher.
Many mentoring programs aimed at beginning teacher retention are ineffective at meeting the needs of these teachers. These eggs represent individual teachers like Sandy and Anne Marie, who find themselves isolated within their classrooms. Both novice and veteran teachers have so much to contribute but cannot do so while they remain contained within the walls of current education structures. Left alone in their classrooms, teachers are not likely to play a major role in defining and improving the core features of their work. Accomplished teachers are busting to get out of the cage because they know they have the knowledge and skill to reform the field in ways that allow their expertise to extend not just to the 25 or 30 students in front of them, but also to hundreds or even thousands more by virtue of their influence on other teachers. Step out of the egg crate. Let's support one another in learning communities. Try peer mentoring. Create a collaborative atmosphere within your school. A collaborative atmosphere is conducive to professional growth and job satisfaction. Ostavar advocates for peer mentoring, a mentoring partnership that is not threatening. Teachers can see their own teaching in the teaching of others. They observe others to gain self-knowledge. As a result, they have the opportunity to recreate their own knowledge. Specifically in the ways we implement technology, Orlando calls for a change to better equip our veteran teachers. However, his argument could serve any issue that causes teachers to feel inadequate. He feels that we should be facilitating learning communities that promote a valuing and sharing of relevant knowledge. This type of community would not judge other professionals, but would instead be a place of mutual support. The optimal solution to the issues faced by both novices and veterans is to bring them together to collaborate with one another. The old adage, iron sharpens iron, is true in the case of peer mentoring and teacher collaboration. However, one hiccup in implementing these strategies can be teachers themselves. Teachers have worked in isolation so long that many may resist the idea out of mistrust or the general feeling of not having enough time. These strategies cannot be implemented overnight. Teachers should receive professional development on the benefits and best practices of collaboration and mentoring. Implementation should begin gradually with plenty of opportunities to try out the collaboration skills that they are learning in their professional development sessions. Just declaring that our schools will have a great mentor program or functional professional learning communities does not make it so. So, teacher leaders, it's time to step up and lead by doing. Collaborate, mentor, let others pour into you. Let's change the morale of our novices and our veterans and see the positive effects that it will have on our schools and the nation's education system.